I was jamming, man.
I was too. I like that.
That is some groovy music. I really like it.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. We're back from holiday break.
Yes. Much needed holiday break.
Yes.
I think everybody needs to do that once in a while. Think about it.
Yeah. And when I say we took a break, like, I don't know about you, but I totally unplugged.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I unplugged enough. We'll say that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I get the benefit of, because my holiday comes, like, our New Year's is in October, and then Hanukkah is at the beginning of December usually. So by the time ours is ending and everybody's getting crazy, I'm in that back end quietly already starting to relax and calm down and not care.
Yeah. Because it takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a freaking fabulous first year. We're not going to call it season 2 because it's not like a season. It's like year 2. We skipped seasons, man. We just rolled. We just kept rolling. People they just kept booking. So we just kept going. It was great.
It was
and
wonderful.
We still have bookings in the future. Not as many as we were because it's a new year, and we took a break and we haven't been pounding the pavement, as they say.
Right. Not on it as much as we were.
Yeah.
But that's the great part. I mean, we definitely needed that break. We need to take that time and everybody adjust, and hoping that everyone had an amazing time. But being able to take that and have that ability to be like, hey, but we know that you all are coming back and that you all want to be on here. So we're going to start kicking that out. Anybody who wants to join us here and talk about their journey, we are really excited to see what the new year brings, because we're kind of guided. We're just I think the world puts into place what needs to be in place. So
Yeah,
we're always surprised and guided, but what comes, what brings us. This is the one thing where I think you and I have the least amount of control in our world, is that we allow it to just fall into place, scheduling wise and people wise. So
yeah. And we were talking about, oh, what should we had a guest lined up, but it didn't work. It just wasn't a good fit. But we were really fortunate to meet this person and connect with her for other reasons. So there was a reason we connected with her, even though she didn't ultimately become a guest on the show yet.
Right.
She will be. And it got my wheels turning again about, doing a different kind of podcast where we can include just women out there doing their passion and following the purpose, their calling. But I mean, we're going to continue to do that here, lift women up, talk about female entrepreneurship, the defining moments that we've had, and sharing that with each other, because that's the whole purpose of this podcast, is so that you don't feel alone out there trying to be a female business owner and entrepreneur. So we will still be doing that. We're going to be moving. We've already got guests booked out for about a month on Wednesday evenings, but then we are shifting to, what did we decide? Wednesdays at noon, Mondays at noon.
Mondays at noon Eastern. So we're doing
Mondays at noon Eastern.
Join us.
Yes.
Mondays are difficult. You're going to want that hour anyways. Come join us.
Yeah. But until, I think, the first week in February or the last week in January, we're still going to be doing Wednesdays live. And then we'll move into Mondays, and we'll keep you guys posted. We'll keep reminding you.
Yes.
And it was pretty funny though. We were sitting here talking about, like, what should we do? What should we say? Like, our platform is not changing. The name of the podcast isn't changing, because I know I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I got one podcast where she's changing the name, but she's, and doing things different. We're not really doing that much differently. We're going to change a little bit about the way we go about it, just so we can have a better interface with the podcast guests. But what we're going to be talking about will basically be the same. And but we're like, well, should we record it? Should we go live?
Now, wait, let me preference this. Everyone knows right now, at least at this point, that I really like to have the least amount of resistance possible. So if it's easy to do and we get off we get off and everything's done and there's a whole bunch of work in the back end, that is absolutely not appealing to me. So the question that came up was, go ahead.
Yeah, should we go live or should we record it? And if y'all will remember at the beginning, that when we first started this podcast, Laura's like, we're going to record it. We're going to record it, right? And I'm like, nope, we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to go live. No editing. It's going to be raw. It's going to be uncut. No, we're going to drop F-bombs. It's going to be great. And she's like, what? And I just pressed play, and we started booking guests, and she didn't have a choice. Well, then
Yeah.
when I say, do you want to record or go live? She goes, let's just go live. It's so much less work. And I'm
See
like,
how much work it is when we
I'm like,
don't
I
go live,
pictured
people. Let me tell
you.
you. So yeah, I was like, well, we can record. And then she was like, well, if we record, this is what we're gonna have to do. And then at one point I was like, yeah, we'll just go ahead and go live. Because I'm at that point. I've learned that if it doesn't need to be complicated, let's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So we're excited about this year. Um, we're excited about the guests we've got lined up, and looking forward to reaching out to some of the guests we had last year, inviting them to come back, reaching out to some of the guests that didn't make it,
yeah.
give them a second chance,
Yeah.
because the really the point is just for us to get out there, share our stories, connect with each other. And I would love to do. Remember when we did the kind of the live Q&A thing where people asking us questions? I want to do more of that, more interaction.
We definitely are encouraging that this year. So if you're joining us live ever, we really want you to participate. The questions that come in, the activity, the back
Comments.
and forth, all of that it makes for a lot more comfortable feeling, because sometimes we don't know what the audience is thinking. Our uh, guests could be uncomfortable and things at times. So sometimes that interaction, knowing that there are others watching, they are actually interacting, and it's good, it aligns with the audience, then that really helps. So we are super excited and just encouraging you, please, 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 if you ever catch us live, throw something in the chat, say hello, wave, whatever, or join
Yeah.
in and conversate as much as you want to interact. We really
Yeah,
want that.
absolutely. Yep. All right. Well, I guess that's about it, right?
Yeah, we're
We didn't have a
excited.
script. We're like, let's just wing it. What are we gonna say? We missed you guys.
We did.
We're looking forward to doing it again, being live again every week, and still working on other things in the back end, and getting a website and all those good things. So,
Right. So
yep.
we'll be up and running.
I am going to do a plug really quick. We do have the first quarter of 2024. We didn't do our bloopers this year either.
We
We
didn't
still
do
need
our,
to do that.
we will.
Um, Vision board workshop tomorrow. If you're not in the LPS community, join. It's Lady Powerhouse. Uh, just search Lady Powerhouse group in the groups in Facebook, and join us there. And we'll be doing a live vision board workshop for. I mean, you can create a vision board for the whole year, but we tend to do them quarterly and revisit them and update them. And so we'll be doing that tomorrow, and I think it's at 5:30. I better look. I think it's at 5.
I'm having a-
please hold. It's at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6:30. And if you've never done one before, you know, don't be don't be worried about not knowing what to do. If you just want to sit in and see how it works, great. You can do it completely online using Canva, and I can show you how to do that. Or you can do it. My first one that I did was on a foam board, you know, like actual pictures that I had printed out or cut out, or um, that I just had. Like, I don't know about you, but I used to collect pictures just because I liked them. They inspired something in me.
Mhm.
And I used some of those for my first vision board. So I've got that going on. And I think that's about it so far for this year. You got anything?
I know I've got your vision board. I'm going, so because I need
Yeah.
to do mine too. Um, and really, there are some there are changes happening. Amongst everything, we do have stuff in the works, and we will start to make amazing announcements throughout the year. Um, but a lot of what we do with Angelique and her book club and having the vision boards, the workshop and stuff like that, definitely stay tuned in for that, because those are really important, and those still bring us together, and having that vision for you in the new year.
Oh, it's so important.
Yeah.
We need to get somebody on that will talk about that.
Yes.
I mean, I
You
can
know
talk about it.
who does great vision boards is, well, she was on too, is Michelle Baker.
And Debbie Burns.
And
My
Debbie Brown.
first
Let's put Debbie Brown.
real vision board workshop was with Debbie Burns.
Mm.
And and dude, that stuff came out. It came to fruition. I did not know what I was doing. Was not specific enough. And I got what I asked for, but I wasn't specific enough. So, and you know, I always look forward to hearing the things that have come to pass for people on their vision boards, and I look forward to sharing mine too, because even though I passed a lot of stuff on from my 2022 vision board to my 2023, because I was in a car accident and a lot of that stuff just got put on hold. I did get to actually do some of it
Yeah.
this year. So, and not just a check, it's not about just checking it off, but it's about, you know, creating a vision for yourself and not just kind of letting life run you, but running your life,
Yes.
experiencing your life, enjoying it.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're gonna do the vision board workshop, and we'll do it every quarter typically we do it at the end of the quarter in preparation for the following quarter. But the holidays are always so crazy. We always do the one in the beginning of 2024 after the holidays.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yep. So we're doing that, and there were a lot of events going on last year. I did a lot of book clubs. I did Creative Power Hour. That you know, I'm not sure yet if we're going to continue to do those. Just haven't decided.
Yeah. And
But
that's I
I
think
am
what
doing this.
2024 is about, is what's not working out right now or just isn't for now. It seems to be going by the wayside, and more of what is for right now is coming up. So it'll be interesting to see, I think even with me and you and the things that have changed in our own businesses and with the podcast and all this stuff, going back to a little over a year ago, and looking through that and just even seeing that transformation amongst podcasts, how we even looked, interacted, exchanged, and just even in the businesses, you're seeing those micro steps, which is very interesting. It's because
Yeah.
it's such a big one, and you look and you're like, there's so much to do. But I'm like, damn, there was a lot that got done. As much as I can say, oh, it wasn't everything was done, and da da da, there was a shit ton that got done last
And
year.
considering, you know, we both have businesses
Hmm.
and probably full time or more than full time.
Hmm.
And we're doing this in our quote unquote spare time. Like this
Hmm.
isn't an income generating thing. We are making connections with women, um, and and encouraging that. And what was cool was being able to introduce people to other people
Mhm.
and being introduced by our guests into other people.
Yes.
That's been really fantastic too. But we talked about this, but we didn't talk about sharing it. But I'd love to share it since we do this podcast by ourselves.
Mhm.
Just you and I. I mean, like we do the work.
Yeah.
Um, we in the past, I've had interns. I didn't really have a lot of interns last year
I have four.
after the summer session. I didn't do
I
any
have,
fall or winter.
I did fall last year, winter. I didn't do summer session this year, but I had four total, five total interns last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be awesome to get an intern that's interested in learning how to do podcast management
Mm-hmm.
and give them an 8-week internship with our podcast. And then in exchange for learning how to do it,
Mm-hmm.
they get to intern with an actual podcast that's like a weekly
Yeah.
episode kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it helps you learn how to book the guests and lead gen and graphics and marketing, social media, newsletters, websites,
Yes.
landing pages at the very least.
Right.
We don't have a website yet. We're still working on that, but we have a website and we have a domain name, but they're not connected.
We'll get it together this year, everyone. The first year is always trial. Now we're settled. So,
Well, that first year is this really going to work? Is this really going to happen? Do we want to sink a bunch of money into this? Blah, blah, blah.
mhm.
So, is there a demand for it? And that's the other thing. It's like so many people are listening to podcasts. And this was another thing that came up with one of the podcasts that I listened to.
Mhm.
It's so noisy already. What do we have to say? Will anybody listen? Well,
Yeah.
our conversations even matter. And, by not having these conversations where there's somebody out there that it can benefit. And by not doing it, it's a disservice to that person, even if it's just one person, right? That benefits from it. All right. I had no idea we could drone on for 20 minutes by ourselves without a guest, but we can.
You didn't know that we could talk? No. I'm not going to get that away. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes that makes that more of a reality.
All right. So we will see you guys live next Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern. And hit us up if you're interested in being a guest. Fempreneur trueconfessions@gmail.com. And we'll see you next week. I
Yes.
hope you had a great new year.
Yes. We hope you had an amazing new year. We're excited. Let's kick it off strong. Let's go.
Yeah.
We
All right.
amazing
See you
time.
guys next week.
Bye, everybody.